Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? I see we had a new member, Scott. Thanks, appreciate it, man. I'll explain in a minute what that does. There's like $11 that comes in for that. There's most of the people that are on the channel know. There's one gentleman that went to school with, that still goes to school, college, with Sim and Shushu in Bangkok. He, mother and father, they didn't have any money. So we give him basically 1,000 baht every month. So that pays for, I think we have 17 members right now, and it's like $11-12. So it almost cuts it in half of what we lay out each month. So thank you very much. Just wanted to let you know if you're still here why that does that. Nikki, how you doing? Tommy, Jay, how's it going? Paul, Tip, how you doing? Hey Jay, let's see. Jake's here. Wow, early. Tommy, Paul, and I said hi to everybody. So hello. One good thing that I'll get out of the way early is I get my truck back today. They called Sim, because Sim was the one that took it in originally and obviously speaks Thai. So I guess it's ready. So this afternoon, whenever my wife gets up, today's her first day off. She's off on Saturdays and Sundays. We'll go and pick up my truck, which makes it awesome because I did semi get in touch with Craig because I still want to make that trip with the trailer, and might be a good time here, depending on what happens with going to Koh Chang the end of the month or the beginning of December. I'll basically see what happens. I might kind of rule out Koh Chang because I'm going there on the 2nd of January with my friends that are coming in from the States, and maybe just make a trip that way. And I think Ron's there and whoever else. That's close to where you are too, right? Jake, when you're here, I know you're not here now. Hey, how you doing? I watched your video. All looks good. Uh, so thanks for coming by and watching. I don't know if I still haven't put out that second part of the koi deal, but I think you're pretty versed on everything with koi. But there's some people out there that don't really know, and it helps them out a little bit. And the people from my channel that watch are just because they're friends, basically. But it's fun. I enjoy the koi thing. As you can realize, I can sit and talk about koi for hours upon hours upon hours. So if you're ever out here and want to sit back and have a soda or a beer and go over koi stuff, I'm always available. Usually, most of the time, if I'm here anyway. Yeah, so that was an awesome and welcomed little surprise. Is the sound okay? I didn't have that moved over. Maybe up just a little bit. Let me know if the sound's all right. Yeah. And yesterday, as you can tell, man, I've lost 10 kilo. I'm down to 111 kilo. I went to the doctor day before yesterday on the 20th, and everything, they did a full, I almost killed myself waiting until we went in the morning because he did a full blood work, almost like a physical type thing. He did a full blood panel and all that kind of stuff. So I had to fast. And so we went in the morning, did the blood thing. We didn't get out of there. I usually eat at 6. I get up at 4. That's what I got up this morning, 4:30. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, would look forward to it. Any excuse to sit down and talk about koi. Um, and everything, so I was starving by the 10:30. So I made an egg salad out of that real low calorie mayonnaise I had and everything. So I had a sandwich and everything ready in a little Tupperware thing, a couple of slices of carrot and some cucumbers. My wife's raised in Japanese cucumbers, and they're freaking awesome. I don't know if you see me on Facebook, but you'll see all the ones she's got. We brought 20 of them for the doctor. My wife wanted to give him, they're all organic too. She doesn't use anything. So we'll see. Yeah, it was fun. We had a good time. So that turned out good, getting the truck back. And then I went, Andrew was nice enough because he knew I didn't have a vehicle, and I wanted to try golf again because last time I took the cart, and by the 5th or 6th hole, I was pretty much pooped out, couldn't walk anymore. I made it to 9, but it was taxing on me, and I didn't do it again. Well, I told him I wanted to try it again. He said, "Yeah, I'll come get you." And got me yesterday morning at 8:30. We went and hit a little square thing of balls. I don't know, it's 30 balls or something, and played the absolutely shittiest golf I've ever played in my life. I haven't played since then. Before then, it was like 25 years. But had an awesome time. Andrew didn't play the greatest to his ability either. So, but we both had a good time. So, and I was good all the way through 9. Probably could have played 9 more. Didn't want to push it. He needed to go back anyway. But I definitely have to take lessons. I just cannot be this shitty at something that I'm trying to play. And I mean, I was pathetic. But I have to play barefooted. I take off my thongs, and that helped a little bit. But me to put on, I have golf shoes that I bought here, cheap off of Lasada. Just can't put them on my feet, man. My feet are numb, and so I got to learn how to play barefooted and learn how to get a golf swing and all that. So I'm gonna, like I had originally done. There's a pro there. The guy, I've got his card still in my wallet, so I'm gonna start going. We're gonna try to play once a week, or maybe twice a month. We're gonna try and see. But it was great exercise. I mean, I'm sure I lost some more weight. I need to lose 35 more kilo. So that's going to be a task, So I'm going to have to bump up the. I don't think I want to cut back. I'm 16 to 1800 calories a day, but that's going to run out soon. It's going to come down maybe to 105 or something, and then it's going to pretty much stop. I'm guessing at the calorie intake, and I don't want to cut that back because I really. Never hungry, have a good little meal that I put together, about 5 or 6 different meals that I put together to eat. And I'm comfortable with it. So I need to boost up the exercise, which is good. I need to get back to the gym anyway. You need to, what are you guys talking about that I missed out? Watching. How you doing, Nikki? I don't even know if I said hello to you, Nikki. Did I say thongs? I gotta quit saying that, man. I get my balls busted every time I say that. When I was flip-flops, I think is a good one. But it's yeah, it would be 100. That would be 100 and 205 pounds. Right between 195 or 95 kilo and 100, floating somewhere in there between 200 and 208 or 10 pounds. I think I would feel okay. Anything below that, and I feel weak. Any time in my life that I've been in shape has been around 210, 215. But that, I was working out too. So muscle had a tendency to be obviously more weight than fat. So, but I think in the shape that I am and my age and everything, if I can stay somewhere around 95 and 100, somewhere in there between 200 and 210, 215 pounds, I think I will, I think would be okay. So we'll see. Yeah. Well, it means we call it butt floss, or something to that effect. I imagine it means the same thing there, but I do every time I say it, I get somebody says something. But oh, you are here, Brother Ron. Yeah, I was just talking. I don't know if you heard. When I found out I was getting my truck back, I left a message for to find out exactly how far it was to Craig's place, and I'm thinking about dragging the trailer there. Chuck and them and I talked with Maui a bit originally about the end of this month, first part of December, going to Ko Chang for 3 or 4 days. I don't know. I might still do that and do a week's trip and do that. And I know that Ron is close to Craig, so that would be awesome. Then I found out that Craig knows how to play golf and was instructed at one point. So I'm figuring to wrestle free golf lessons out of him. You got a couple you could lend me. Yeah, so Feeling good, feeling good. You know, the worst part of everything right now is the freaking numb feet, man. And then he told me, I haven't checked into it, but he said my protein levels in my piss was up, and he said that's from the diabetes. So he said, look it up on. I haven't looked up to see if you're going to die within a week. I haven't looked it up on Google yet. So I'm sure that Jake will, or maybe somebody knows, the doctor's in there. But I guess my protein levels are high. I said, is there something that I can to do about it? And that's when he said, look it up on the internet. So maybe there's more, maybe there's stuff in my diet that I'm eating that isn't good for that would be my kidneys, right? I think so. Thanks, Jay. I feel good, man. Like I said, even Andrew on the ride back to my house said, you know, I could notice from before, you know, watching the live streams, you know, you're just in the way that you're talking and your energy level. So he said, as soon as you said you wanted to, you know, try golfing and doing it, he was game. So Andrew's a good guy. I don't know if he might be listening. I don't know if he's up this early. No, I haven't even started him yet. I've got him out there. You know what it is, Tommy? I didn't want to confuse stuff so much. I wanted to get and make sure that I was losing weight and that I was losing weight at a good lick. You know, I didn't want to drop weight like I have in the past, you know, where I've lost, you know, that 10 kilo in a week and a half or something stupid. It's been 3 months basically, which I think that is a good deal. So I should start it because I want to try it. We'll have to see. I have diabetes, getting numb feet. Doug gave me a day and it has improved. Really? I'll have to ask him about that. Thanks for that. Thanks for that info. I'll have to look and see. Methacobalt? Is that what it is? Methacobalt. I will ask him about it. He in fact, let me, where's my pencil? Let me write it down because when I lose track on StreamYard, so METHY Cobalt, COB. Okay. Thank you very much. And I don't know what's your name, if you don't mind saying. I never really paid much attention. You probably said it in your videos and stuff, and I've never it never registered. Hey Daniel, how you doing? Happy Friday to you, but it's Saturday here, so happy Friday and Saturday in Thailand. Wes, okay, Wes. But if you guys aren't subscribed to Wes's channel, give him a subscribe to him. Give him some subscribers. And if you enjoy the pond stuff, some people do, I think, on here. But by all means, he's doing YouTube. Obviously a Brit. We won't hold that against him. But subscribe if you would. I'd appreciate it. There's not 2 channels, is there? I didn't do it this time. I didn't ask for the 2 views. I said no. So I'm hoping that it's not. Somebody let me know if that is, if I've got a horizontal and a vertical channel going again. If not, I canceled it. They're charging me almost $50 a month. And I do like my intros and shit. I just barely missed it. They just charged me again, and I canceled it last night. So hopefully they'll catch it and then it won't process. It still said pending on my bank account. But yeah, I do. I like the intros and the outros and some of the stuff that it offers that I can show videos and stuff, but not 45. I think it's $45 or over $45 a month. It's like, man, I could, I canceled a lot of the stuff I had. I don't know, probably $300 or more in channels like Netflix, Prime. What did I have? Peacock, Hula, Disney. What was it? Paramount Plus. So I canceled the Hula, and that was like $24, and Disney. And if I see something on there that I want to get, I'm going to do it. But I'm trying to get it down because, I'm on this damn budget, and I don't like it already. but it's something I got to learn to live with. Okay. All right, cool. Because I didn't do it. Question: when are you cutting a hole in the gate? We're actually I asked my wife. He was supposed to come today, and she doesn't know because it's like up in the air. He says he's going to come, and she don't push him this afternoon. I'm hoping because we're supposed to go over the bathroom. Two things. One of them is the wall, and one of them is the bathroom outside of the garage. The thing is that my solar man, when we ran the power and he took off the pond and this man cave and put it on the garage deal and brought the power, he brought it on the outside of that wall. So he needs to move that first. He was supposed to move it when we were in the middle of rainy season, and he didn't want to cut into the main electrical supply there when it was raining, which made sense to me. So I've got to have him move that, and then we'll cut the hole in. My wife takes the dogs over there, Pancho and Heidi, and they go crazy. They run. And she's taking the other ones, Bear over there and some other stuff, and let them go. So they dig it. So hopefully soon, Tommy, hopefully soon. I get copyright claims every time I was using music as well on my editing software, so I just don't bother. Yeah, the music that's on my editing software, I get copyrighted too. But what I did is I got that AI stuff, this stuff here that let me see if I still got it. See, now I wouldn't be able to do this if I had the other version. This one here, I'll just play a minute. I can't remember which ones these are. These are AI. Right. So just for like driving and stuff like that, and scooter stuff, I just made it's kind of cool.
Time to retire where the sun shines bright. Thailand is calling with its golden light. Land that smiles where the dreams come true. Endless adventure just for you. Feel the breeze and the ocean sway.
And so what I figured I'd do is I paid $30 for a month of it, and I've been making. It gives me these 1,900 credits. It takes 2 credits to make each song, and I make like 6 different. One rock and roll, one country, one soft rock, one whatever. Pick the ones that I like, and I'm just bankrolling them in there, and I'm going to use them, and you don't have to worry about it. They're mine. In fact, if you want the version that I got, I even get a certificate of ownership on the AI song that I created. So no, I got that from Chuck on No Time to Be Sad. If you're not sub to him, you might want to on Traveling Thailand. And Chuck's a good guy. He was just here in Surin, and I went and visited him. If you watch that interview that I did, that was on Chuck's channel, and it tells a lot about me and one with Joe. But anyway, he was one that started, and I go, yeah, that's pretty neat. Checked it out, and it's actually fun. You punch in the lyrics, retired Thailand, got to love Thailand, blah 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 blah, and it's amazing. You put in all the information that you want in the song. Pick a country, pick a heartfelt or warm feeling or driving or all sorts of different stuff, and then you press the button, and within like not even a minute, it generates 2 versions of it. It's amazing. It's freaking amazing, and it's fun. I enjoy doing it. But then you got no worries about any kind of copyright crap. Not that I care. See, I don't care because I'm not. They can you want the 2 cents you're gonna make off of me with my 100 views or something. Here, do it. It's all yours. So I don't worry about it. But I do have fun with that, and then I don't have to worry about it saying. And I'm having fun doing it. I might even keep it. I got to see when it comes up for renewal how much they want it. If they're going to charge me another $30, I'll have to make that decision. Hey Scott, how you doing? Hope you're well. And did I say hi to Robert Mack? How you doing, Robert? If you're still here, and I think I caught everybody else. There's 13 diehards here. So yeah, so truck I get to pick up today, which just makes me feel, because I didn't want to spend any more money, but I'm probably going to spend a little bit on the bike rack or the motorcycle rack to go on the back of the truck. Jake was awesome enough to send me a little a link to where he stayed in Rayong. Down, it's a half a block from the beach. It looks like it's perfect for surf fishing. And so what my intention is finish my trailer. I've got to get the wheels done for the fishing trailer. It breaks down and slides in the back of my truck. Put the e-bike on the back of it. Go down there. Go on a Monday morning. Drive straight through. Spend Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then come back on Friday and fish Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Hitch up the trailer. Take it down there. Drive up and down wherever I want to go on the beach. I've got a tarp. I've got a chair. I've got a table. I've got a little cooking thing if I want to make heat up something to eat or drink a coffee or whatever it is, and try surf fishing. I got 2 rods. I've got they have sand fleas here, what we call sand crabs. I'll bring a little like squid or something to put on the hook. I don't even know how. I haven't even checked into everything, what I could keep, what I could catch, whatever. I think they keep anything. But I just don't want some poisonous, for me not to know it's a poisonous fish to come up and have a problem with. But go there. I don't know how much. It's like 1,000 baht a night. So it cost me like 5,000 baht and gas and everything to go and spend, or something, maybe 6, 7, and have a good time. And then I have 2 batteries for the bike. I've got my little battery pack, the big one, and in the trailer. And I can get at nighttime. I can bring the batteries in, charge them up, so I don't have to worry about anything. Go out the next day. And I was going to have to wait till after the first of the year, but it's looking like that. But it looks like I'll probably end up going to Craig's first. So we'll have to see. What did I miss? I did. Hey, Justin, how you doing, man? Thanks for coming by. So that'll be a fun thing for me to do. Plus, it'll give some content. Is it going to be good content? It's going to be me, more than likely bullshitting on the beach. But I mean, at least it's a different backdrop. It's a video. Maybe we'll do, if I catch fish, I'll do a catch and cook type thing. If it's something that I could eat, I don't see any reason. I'll bring my air fryer and cook in the room or something, or maybe on the beach. We'll have to see. Doesn't really make that much difference, but I think it'll be fun. Video, a nice little lake he went to. I have to check it out. I haven't seen him in a while. I haven't talked to him. It seems like he's immersed in YouTube, and it looks like he's putting out 2 or 3 videos a day. So I'm sure he's busy and driving and all around. But I'll have to check it out. I try to catch as many as I can of everybody's, of Kenny's, of everybody that pretty much has YouTube channels. I can usually watch because I'm up at 4, so I catch Chuck's, catch Kenny's when Kenny's comes out. Anybody that puts them out. Mitch's I try to catch too, but it gets a little bit hard. And I try to answer everybody too, just so you know. If it takes me a few days, I try to answer everybody that leaves a comment. And I got almost, let me see. We got 183. We're almost to 3,000, which I thought I would never reach. 2,924. And that came basically from, sorry, I put the lights right in my eyes, from Chuck's, the interview that I did with Chuck. And I haven't watched the whole thing because I'm sitting there watching. I can watch myself ramble here, but being filmed and stuff like that, it's a little weird for me. But I watched most of it, and it seemed like it was good. Andrew said it was fine. I wanted to make sure I didn't say anything stupid on there. Yeah, I think it'll be fun. I don't know if people will get into the e-bike round or not, or any of that stuff, but it's fun. I'm kind of curious how I watched a bunch of videos of these big tire bikes on the beach, and with the dual motors, the way to go. It'll haul my ass through it. It's just what it's going to handle. Like it's different. Like even when Chuck saw it, he goes, "Wow, that's a big bicycle," and it is. It's huge, almost weighs 100 and over 100 pounds, I think. So it's a big deal, but it'll be fun. I think it'll be a fun thing. And even if I go to when I go to Craig's, I will bring the e-bike, and I might bring the trailer too, just for shits and giggles, because it fits in the back, so it isn't like I'm, and in case I want to go somewhere. But I can, it'll keep up with his motorbike pretty much. It'll do, what did I say, 35 miles an hour. So I don't know what that is in kilometers, but it'll definitely follow him around. So I'll have something to ride. I'm sure he'll have something there anyway. But the weight wise, I am going to, excuse me. I told you, as soon as my trailer seems to be down just a tad in the front, I'm going to put a level on it. I'm going to bring my hitch has holes in it, to slide in, so it's adjustable. I'm going to bring it up one hole and see if it rides level. But man, like I said, pulling it and going on the vacation when we went with the dogs and the family outside of Ubon, it was just it was awesome just to pull and not worry about. And I didn't check it up at 110 or something, but at 90, or 80 and 90 is probably going to be where I'm going to cruise with it at a top end. And it was great. So I want to see that, get it there. I did test it with the water tank full on the way there, and it was fine. And I tested it with the water out of it and the toilet full on the way back, and it was fine. So I'm going to leave it, like I said, I want to raise it up just a little bit to get it level, and then I'm going to leave it like that. E-motorcycle, yeah, they are big thing. Yeah, some of them, even the e-bikes are the 72 volt or something like that deals. They're 60 miles an hour or something. It's unbelievable. And I've seen the motorcycles, and the motorcycles look like they're monoshocked. They're pretty cool and expensive. So I doubt I'll be getting into that. The only thing I regret on this one, I wish I would have watched a couple more videos and ran across the one. If you're 60 and older, watch this video. And one of the 5 things that it says you should watch for is get a step through bike. And I should have thought about that. But power wise and all that kind of stuff, this bike is awesome. And I'm sure the more weight that I lose and the better that I feel, I'm not going to be as critical of worrying about, getting in and controlling the thing. But yeah, so I'm hopefully she'll be ready, do an hour maybe here, and then get out of here. Got a couple of things to do. And I got the bill for the electricity on the house, and it was only like half of a month, not even of real, like 10 days, a third of a month, 3,500 baht for this whole house. Haven't got didn't come through. She looked at it this morning. The one for Ubon hasn't come through yet. Still haven't completed that. Still waiting for the battery to get rebuilt. Still waiting to get there and put the other. I only got the one that I had in the garage, inverter. They're working now, and one battery, 200 amp hour battery. So hopefully within the next couple of weeks he'll get that. But I should get I'm hoping a fairly decent thing out of that. I just won't know until I get it, but I'll let you guys know. But I was happy with, only 10 days having the sun in the sky, 35. So I'm pretty confident that it's going to be, I think it's going to be below 2,000, somewhere between 1,000 and 1,500, which would just about make my flipping day. So really happy about that. And this one's still not working 100% the way it should. But as long as with the ball in the sky now, I'm not going to push the. I want to get. I'm kind of in a dilemma. I talked to Chuck about it actually, and my wife, and he said, because I said my wife, I talked to her about. I want to get somebody that knows this Lux Power and knows my solar guy, the installation and the electrical part and all the wires and wiring and everything is just top notch. It's awesome. But he doesn't know. He's just learning the inverters and how to program and all that shit. And it's not programmed right. So what I told my wife, I said I don't want to hurt his feelings in any way, have him lose face or whatever it happens here in Thailand. So I want him to, hey, you want to learn? I'm willing to pay somebody to come in, look at this thing, and with you there too. I'll pay you to be there too. And you can learn, we'll both learn from what this guy has to say. And Chuck seemed to think that maybe I would still, he'd lose face or something. So I got to talk to my wife again. But I'm not going to push for that right now. Like this morning, we had the ball in the sky, only out maybe half a day yesterday. And I've got that other, deal that reads from the I put the clamps on there. I think I showed you guys that. 0.2 kilowatts is all it's used since midnight. So it's running off the battery. It's running off the battery now. Battery's at 42%, and I'm only doing 2,000 watts. And again, also, this time of year is cooler. So besides the solar thing kicking ass, like last night, I didn't run my air conditioner. And that happens about maybe from 2 months here. I can do it with just a fan. So a lot of it saving, it might even be lower. I don't know. Like I looked at this, usually at night, it's a couple thousand watts. And when it's gotten cooler here, 1,900, 800 watts. So it could be quite a savings. I mean, if I get down to 500 or whatever, I might dance the jig somewhere. We'll have to see. Yeah, when I started, just to let you know, with the koi pond, everything running, 5 air conditioners I have in my house, 2 kids here, my mother-in-law and my father-in-law, me and my wife, my bill that I got, the reason that I went to solar was 14,000 baht for that. When I put in the original system that you can see down here, they took a shit. These are PSI, 2 of them. I got to try to send them back. 6,500 watt systems, 20 panels, and it cut it down to about 6,000 or 7,000. I cut it in half, and that cost me about 200,000 at the time. I've put another 100 in it and bumped up the batteries. Now I've got 628 amp hours of lithium phosphate ion or lithium ion phosphate batteries and a Lux Power 12.2 kW Yo Mama top of the line inverter. But that one still, like I said, it's not dialed in right. But me knowing my wife, I know that, she makes, 22,000 baht a month working for the government in a good job, so she's not going to, and if I die, she gets almost double that out of one of my retirements. So she's set for life, but she'll stay working. She'll take that money. And then if it was 14,000 for electricity, she'd just shut off shit, even if she thought that, stuff was going to die or whatever. She's a Thai woman. She's not going to spend expensive. So that's why I wanted to get it. If it can stay between 3,000 and 5,000 baht during the rainy season and cloudy season and all that, I'm okay with that. I've also got a house in Ubon that no one's there and it's 2,500, and that's a whole nother story that I could go into. They're trying to rate me. They wanted me to pay them 300,000 baht to put a transformer on the pole outside. I'm getting 175 volts to my house where it's 3,000 square foot, 6 air conditioners, 4 bedroom, and then across the back is a full guest quarters that one of the cousin lives in. All that. He's the only one there. He's only there at nighttime, and he doesn't run the air conditioner. And the bill's like $3,000 a month. And so and they won't do anything. They charge me twice what I pay for a kilowatt here in Surin because I'm not fully signed off on the house there or something like that. So I said, all right, screw you. So I put in solar, and it's not completed yet, and I'm going completely off the grid. So if I could do that, and then during the high season, when the sun's out all the time, and that bill 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 baht, even after I'm croaked, she'll do that. Electric bill's 1,400. Yeah, I know. Most people don't pay 14,000 baht for their rent, right? It's crazy. One pond to save what? Yeah, I mean, that's good. Like I said, Kenny put in the system 10 panels, the same that I had in the garage before, one 6,200 watt inverter. He put the whole system in. He's got 4 or 5 batteries, which the batteries are the big cost. Right around 100,000 baht, which I think he could have got away with a little bit less, maybe 120,000. I don't know. You go to his channel if you aren't subscribed and you check it out. And his bills were 2,500, him and his wife, to 3,000, somewhere in there a month. And his first bill with it on was 500 baht, and his last bill was 135 baht. So, and I didn't do it so much for payback or anything like that. I look to the future. Nothing says that Thailand or any place that you're living is going to stay at, 4 baht or 4.3 or something a baht for a kilowatt. It could jump triple, quadruple. I don't know. So I just wanted to, didn't care about I had enough money and was lucky enough to have the money to put in the solar and not worry about a payback and just worry about raise it. I don't care. My bill's not going to change much. That's why. So I had problems with Ubon. Yeah, 3 times. Yeah, and it's really weird because I don't know. Like I said, they're screwing me, and there's nothing that I could do about it. I could pay the 300,000. I've got what do I got? 10. I got 16 panels there, 12 kW worth of inverters when he gets done, 400 amp hour of battery. I might have to buy a little more battery, and I think I've only got, because I use these and because I only bought one cheaper panels. And this guy, I think I had to do the math on it. The batteries were the old batteries from here and stuff. So I've only got out of pocket maybe 70, 80,000 baht. So that one really makes sense. So I'm hoping, and we'll see what it is. One's been online. He's been off grid, but it's only been him there. I think we might have been there for when we did the vacation. We might have been there for 2 days, 2 kids and me and my wife. So I'm hoping that maybe it's 1,500, 1,000 baht instead of 25, 3,000. And then once he puts the other inverter, brings the other battery, because the battery needed to be repaired out there, it should be 0 baht. So we'll see. Only the usable load. Yeah. And we had talked about that before you got it. And even after I got mine, I obviously thought about it. And that 12 kW is nice. And I don't remember, what was it? 13, 15,000? 15,000, I think. So it's something that's like not out in left field if you wanted to do it anyway. It would be, what is that? $400? $400. So it's not like, it's going to cost me $3,000 to change it. So, and that's only for all that stuff that you've been doing. If you guys aren't subscribed, go over and subscribe to Kenny's channel and check it out. But because of that extra inverter power, you wouldn't have to do any of that stuff with your shower and having to worry about over amping the deal. So It does make sense, but there really wasn't that much difference between, you paid what, 10,000 for the 6.2 with the Wi-Fi. I think the other one's like maybe 17,000 or 16,000 with the Wi-Fi. So I don't know. Hey Maui, how you doing? Glad you can make it. If you guys aren't subscribed, didn't catch Maui's live streams, he's back in Thailand. Probably be doing live streams from the beach, walking sunrise. It was pretty cool. So by all means, go over. Yeah, Kenny did it right. I mean, he's very obviously can do electrical and do everything. Would I suggest it for most people? Probably not. But anybody that's semi-mechanically inclined and not a basket case like me of going up a ladder and down, you can watch Kenny's video. And I don't know, was it right around 100? Right, if you would have just had like maybe 3 batteries, 3 batteries would have been what, 40, 80? No, three batteries would be, what were they, 20,000 each? 60,000. He was probably $120 or something. But Kenny, if you go to his channel, you'll see. But even at $120, like I said, even the payback on the one, if he stays around a couple 100 baht a month or 300 baht a month, I don't know what the payback would be, but it would be probably not bad at all. Vietnam is flooding. Really? Yes, 20 each. Yeah, and mine balanced out. I'm going to leave it alone in the garage for now until I get I think this next bill. I think they read it probably yesterday or today even. And like I said, it was 3,500, which is the cheapest I've had so far, or 3,200. But let it go for the month. I have those new deals, and they seem to be working, because that one that I just said only had 0.2 kilowatts, and then the clamp on that I put for the main house was 0.7 on one leg and 0.6 on the other. So that's almost nothing. So I'm really optimistic. I think it's going to be below 1,500. So I'm hoping it's below 1,000, but I think I might be a little optimistic with that. But we'll have to see. Yeah, with the 5 for that and using 4 of them. Yeah, and you don't. What did you go? You coasted like almost 3 days without much sunshine and overcast before you had to charge them. So, and now we're, like I said, out of this bill at the 32, I think it was, but listen, 3,500. We were only 10 days, I think, not even 10 days, probably 5 or 6 days of actual sunshine. Yesterday, we got sunshine for half a day, and it coasted and made it all the way through the night. But like I said, it's cooler, not running the air conditioner. Instead of 2,000 watts through the night, it was like 1,900, something like that. So, yeah, I still think, like I said, I would suggest to anybody, especially if you're mechanically inclined, this guy that's out here in Surin, and I'm sure there's people like him all throughout Thailand, get the inverter and everything. And I think the way to do it, if you're small enough and need a 6-point or even the 10.2, the 10.2 would have been 135, another maybe 10,000 baht, not even. But anyway, the panel and that breaker box makes life simple if you're doing it by yourself. It makes it like plug and play. Hang the inverter, put the breaker box, run from A to B to B to C to D. And the panels would be the hardest deal, is for me anyway, is getting them up on the roof. And I think Kenny hired somebody for 4 hours for the day to help him get them up there and put the rails down and put them on the roof. That's the hardest part of the whole installation. Like I said, if you're mechanically inclined, even if you're not, you could hire an electrician to do it. I'm going to say for probably maybe three days worth of work, 2 days worth of work. So even at 1,000 baht a day, um, or maybe even if they got 3,000 baht, I would think you could get electrician to wire it up for you. That's what I would do, Kenny. That's what I would do. I would take that and put it in and use it and use one battery. Yeah, I think that's absolutely perfect. Well, see, that's why Kenny will probably answer that quickly. One of the main reasons is the aggravation of his going out 2, 3, 4 times a day. Now he doesn't even know if it goes out or not. It'll just blink. All mine does when I shut off the grid is just blinks. It never shuts down, never does anything. So if you're not watching and see it blink, you're not going to even know that it went off. But he was ready to pull the hair out of his head and eyebrows and whatever you get a hold of from the damn thing going out 4, 3, 4, 5 times a day. Yeah, see, you're saying in 5 power cuts, 20 years, a lot better. Yeah, I don't know. Kenny's is like mine. Mine, he's worse. He's out like Ubon probably experiences what Kenny's experiencing, where my other house is out in the rice fields of Ubon. Kenny's like that way in Sisaket, and his was that was one of the main driving forces to put in the solar. So 3 to 5 a week. They've said, yeah, you don't even know. I just know when I'm in the garage, I'll pull that swing out and shut off the grid when I put on those clamp-ons and that little meter, which is freaking awesome. And it was like 300 baht or something, $15, and it took me. You got to run just little wire power to it, and then clamp it onto your incoming grid. It took me 10 minutes to do the garage and 10 minutes to do the house. It's like the simplest thing, and it is on Wi-Fi, so you can pick it up from wherever you're at, and you can put it against what they're saying they charged you and how much you say you used, and it's cheap, real cheap. I would suggest it if you've got it to put it in, especially for you. It would take you 10 minutes to do it. Yeah, it was driving him nuts, right? He was going crazy. I remember that was the driving force, because when I was talking to him about doing it, well, I don't know what the payback would be, but boy, if I could just get rid of these freaking outages and not have them, I'd be a happy camper. So that's what he's experienced. But still, I mean, if you're on a tight budget and you have a little extra cash, because you could do it with probably 2 batteries, and you could probably do it for 100 if you did a lot of it yourself. And you seem like you're pretty much, I'm talking to Wes now, on the, but I don't know if that's a rental house or whatever you got. Kenny owns his, or his wife owns his, and my wife owns mine. But it's something you could take with you too. And I don't know how long you plan on being in there, how long your lease is, or whatever. But yours, I think you said yours was only 1,400, so that's a little on the low. But a couple thousand baht a month, what is that? 30,000 baht a year, 25,000 baht a year. It adds up. I don't know, man. I've never been on a budget before, so now I'm budget minded when I'm looking at it, and it's a new experience for me in my life. Oh, your home is owned. Okay. So like I said, but if your power bills are 1,400, but I don't know. Like I said, it's so awesome right now. I've got this going. I did turn this air conditioner on just while I do this. I've got stuff running in the garage. The pond's been on it 24/7, and this room, it's like goose eggs off of that garage system. And then the house is running, like I said, 3,000, but I think that'll come down to, we'll find out next month. So tune in around the 20th of next month on one of the live streams, and we'll see what the house do. But I'm like right now, I'm looking, it's barely overcast. So I'm sure that the panels are early in the morning. I need to change the location. I need to build that little house over here. All the panels on the top of my house are not in the ideal position. So what we're going to do is build this roof over here on the 2-bedroom house for my mother and father-in-law, nice and sturdy, and I'm going to put 20 panels on the top of that, and it'll work a lot better. But right now it's even picking up a 2,000 by 10 o'clock, 10:30, all the way to about 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon. It'll be up 7,000-8,000 watts. That's why it's charging those batteries up. So I don't know. And even on my trailer, the whole time we were camping. Granted, I didn't have to run the air conditioner that much, but I could have went 3-4 days on my batteries and my solar that I've got in there. And we used the air fryer and all sorts of stuff in there, and it did well. It's just a feeling, like when Chuck when he came over here when we went to eat a burger, and then with the mafias and everybody, we were walking by the meter and it was just sitting there vibrating, actually moving back a click or two, and sitting there. And I said, just to see that puts a smile on my face, knowing it's not costing me a dime when that ball's up there. And that's what I'm hoping on a new bond, because my aunts and my uncles are getting up in age out there. As long as the ball's in the sky, system's working good, they don't have to know anything. You can go over there, turn on the air conditioner, hit the 55-inch television in the living room, they'll sit on the floor, eat food, invite your friends, whatever the hell you want to do. Have a freaking party and enjoy life. So, and it won't cost a dime. So that's my theory. And I built that house, a whole other thing, in Ubon, basically for my wife, who basically saved my life. So, did I miss anybody else come in or no? Don't use the aircon during the day. My wife is moaning on the pond pumps. She said it should be 1,000. Yeah, I mean, I wish my bills were $1,400 a month. I look at mine, the main thing that I've got, and I was going to do a breakdown on it. 800 watts is what I see most of the time, between 700 and 800 all through the night. So that would be basically whatever the residual of the computer running, almost nothing, 100 watts maybe, that this man cave is pulling after dark. I leave the lights on. So maybe 600 watts is what I'm pulling for my pond. And I'm running three of those pumps. Well, actually, I'm running two of the ones like you've got, and I'm running one 18,000 pump. So, and then the UVs and the air pumps and everything else on there, about 600 or 700 watts. So I don't know what that would calculate out to. I'd have to see what the KWs are on it. But I think KWs, I don't know what you pay. I think I pay 4.3 here in Surin. But yeah, my wife loves the koi. So she was worse than me, man. If I don't watch her, she'll come back. Like I noticed in your video, you were somewhere and brought back a fish. But she was ordering the damn thing off of doing. She found a channel that they were nice fish that were doing what do you call it, auctions, and she was buying Japanese fish and some of the ones that are in the front pond and some of the ones that are in here. And I had to stop her in the beginning when I had them at the rental house, and I had them in those above ground pools. And if you look at some of my old videos, and she bitch and whine and moan about how much I was spending, because I spent 300, 500 baht for a decent sized fish. Why are you spending that? It's expensive. And then she changed, and now she loves them. They're her baby. She'll buy those little silk bugs or whatever that the Thai people eat. She'll buy those. She likes them too. So does the youngest. and she'll freeze them. She hasn't done it in a while, and she sits out there with her feet in the pond, and they come up and eat them out of her hands, and they dig them. They love them. So if you ever see those, I think you know what I'm talking about. They're those juicy ones that you would never want to eat. I think some of them, they cook them, but those deals, if you get them and then just freeze little batches of them and take them out, they're good for the koi for one reason. The protein levels are outstanding, but they love them. So, yeah, let me know on that, because like I said, when I was 8, 9 years old, king cobra is what they were called. They had the males, of course, are the good looking ones, as such as the human race. But that's a bunch of bullshit. But I was thinking about just getting a little 15, 20 gallon aquarium, putting it maybe out here somewhere and raising, because I had them when I was 8 or 9 years old. I remember I bought the little floating tanks that you put the females in, and the babies would drop below the little vents in the bottom, and you'd have to feed them with this milky shit that went in there, and it was fun. I had a good time, and it made me think about it. And that same koi dealer that you saw the video on, he has guppies now. So I want to go and see. I want to see them. Really, I'd be interested. Did you do a video on it or no? Hopefully you did some video on it. Is that what they are? Are they silkworms? Is that what they're called? Might be. They're the ones that they eat that are like plump and look like juicy, something I would never, ever even think about eating. And the first person that ever did that, you ever thought about that? Somebody dug up an oyster and went, yeah, this looks good to eat. Let me open this up and suck it down. I don't understand. No, I'm going to the Christmas party. I don't know if my wife's going to go or not. I've already rented a room there for that time, because I figured it might be busy. And I'm going for the party this time. The last time I went, I did the Santa Claus, but I had to go. I wasn't for the party. I missed the party. The best setup I've seen here, very professional. He was starting at 400 baht per pair. That's for a female and a male, I'm imagining. And if I remember right, the females only have to be with the males one time, and they can have like six. They can spit out 6, whatever, 6 batches of guppies. Does that ring a bell? Are you a guppy guy? If I remember right. I mean, I was only like 10 or something, but I remember that the male only needed to be with the female once, and she could have like 5 or 6 different sets and never be with the male again until then. So I think if I was to buy them, I would buy 1 male and maybe 2 or 3 females. And then, because I remember I had way too many. I had to give them away and shit after a small period of time. You did do a short? How come I didn't get notified? I'll have to look it up. Dave is a small stars. Yeah, I'm still not. I think I'm going to jackhammer the son of a gun up. I'm just not happy with. I want a bottom drain in it, and I should have put a bottom drain in this thing when I first did it. It's clear. I need to clean the glass. The filtration is working good now, so I got to make a decision. If not, the 2 fish that I have out by the garage are they're huge. And I need to put them, that's what they were bought for. But now it's been more of a grow-on little tank than the medical tank or the isolation tank. But I should do a video on that, and I probably will. Yeah, they do. And like I said, it was my understanding, if I remember right, the male could be with the female one time, and she'll have, babies if they have them every month for the next 6 months. She'll have them every month. So how they do it, I don't know. And I could be wrong. I'll have to ask the almighty Google. But I did want to get them. I was in there a month ago, and he has these real gorgeous looking guppies. So just something else I got to worry about when I go away. So I don't know if I'll do it or not. What's Jake saying? India and Florida is close to where I live, gather much of their protein from the local oyster beds. I was about 9. Yeah, but who dug up the first one and said, this has got to be good, man? Not me or a clam or anything. Can you buy a... Yeah, I could, I guess, but then I'd still have... I don't like the... Me personally, I don't like the plastic inside the ponds. Hard to clean, when the stuff's running across and all that kind of stuff. I could do that. Right now, I've got the pump setting on the side, and it's just got the strainer on it. I'm thinking about, originally the pond had off of it the 1 inch coming over, going right down the middle with 3 bottom drains, the ones facing down, and then 1 coming up for the skimmer. I took that out because I ran beads and shit in the thing, the plastic in it. I made a mistake and the things went into the pond, and I was still digging them out, for a year, trying to get them out of my pump. So I've finally got them all out of there. That's going to be my other choice. Put that back the way it was, and it probably will work fine. It's just my idea. I've got a pond vac that I use for my filters and for that pond, and it just makes it a lot easier to use when there's not any PVC running throughout the pond. Is my only bitch, and I like to bitch about stuff. They're the strongest, period. You eat raw clams, you're a sick bastard. I like cooked clam. We used to go to a place called anyway, Gladstone's for Fish on the right at the end of Route 66, where it dead ends into the beach. Anyway, they had all you could eat steamer night, and we'd all get together, go down there, and they had a private room that you could rent. And we'd go in there and sit, and it was that, little bit of butter, a drop of Tabasco, and I could eat 400 of them. We always had. So we're good. I just can't, the schnot, I just can't get used to. These are show quality guppies for sure. He showed me cabinets of trophies. He had 16 tanks of show ready. He sends them to Taiwan for shows. I didn't realize it was that serious, huh? I might have to, if it's, does he ship them? Can he ship me, if I was to buy a male and 3 females, he could ship them to me, or a couple males, maybe 1,000 baht worth or something. I'd be definitely interested. What are they? I'll look at your short, and see what they look like, because they might be similar to these. Were they very colorful, oranges and yellows and bright colors? I'll have to look at your deal. Chirps. Well, okay, cool. I'll definitely look at it. And like the king cobras were a big thing. What was that? 50 years ago, and they were basically just black and silver. But they were the top of the line show quality deals. But I like these ones that were in there. A lot of blues and yellows and reds, and very vibrant. Really smart colors. Okay, cool. I'll look at the. I'll find your short and look at it. I think that's it. There is that's the name of your channel, right? Brit Thai Koi Keeper, I think. And if you guys would put, once you figure it out, somebody that's a moderator, put it in the link and join it. Give him some subscribers. Everybody does. He does good videos, informational, especially for people that are doing stuff. Now, I know David Clark was going to before he got ill, and now he got hacked by Google account. Did you guys see his video? Holy shit. Anyway. If he didn't have bad luck, I don't think he'd have any. But before that, we were conversing about him starting and enlarging his koi pond. And there's Andy. Is it Andy or Andrew? Who's here? I'll just say hi to Andy. Let's see. I can always go back and take better pictures for you. Like 10 minutes. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, as long as I can see what they look like, because I got to get a little aquarium. How big of a aquarium are you thinking about getting? I just don't have room in here. Maybe I put it in the garage. I have room in the garage. Maybe I'll put it in the garage. Maybe a 20-gallon. I don't know. Let's see. What did I miss? Let me try to go back here. Ah, there it is. Andy's okay. Andy. Hey, Andy. What's up? But I want to. It's weird that you're thinking about that because I've been thinking like it was. I was really into it at 10 years old. It was like, the babies and everything was cooler than shit for me. I was, and the little tanks are. I don't know if you're into it that much, but they're just a plastic floating deal, and then in the bottom of it's got a V-shaped slotted. So when they had the babies, and then this much area below. And the thing was only that big, that long, and that wide, and this deep. And when the babies would fall through there, because they'll eat them if they just have them. And the black spot, the way if I remember right, it's little, and as it gets bigger, that's the closer and closer they get to having them. So I remember I could tell, and I'd pick them up and net them and put them in there to have the babies. So I have to get one of those too, I guess. I think I'm set up 140 liter. You should see, go back on some of my old videos. My tank was 250 gallons, I think. It was 6 foot long by 2 foot deep by almost 2.5 foot tall, whatever that is. It was huge. And I actually had some koi in there. And it was inside the rental house. And I just couldn't take care of it. So I ended up getting rid of it. But now I'm just thinking a little tank would be fine. Because I don't even know what 140 liter. How many gallon is that? I'm a gallon guy. Make an Aero Honda? Now those things they get a lot of money for here, right? Is that what you're talking? Oh, I think it's Aero Hondas, right? I don't know. I'm wrong. Thinking again, my wife bought, God knows why, she bought the little tanks they come in, and she bought like 40 of them. Now, why she had them stacked in the bathroom. I go, baby, you got to empty this water. This water is going to get contaminated. This is, you've taken on something that they're all gone. They're all dead. Yeah, she's that 37 gallon. Yeah. Is that what it is? Yeah. So yeah, something like 20, 25 gallon should be plenty. And then I'm probably going to end up giving them to people that probably don't want to, or maybe I'll just bring them over to this guy and give them to him to sell. So yeah, I'll have to do that. I'll have to look at that. Then we moved. What a pain. Well, the smaller ones are easy. The big ones are a pain in the ass. This thing, the glass was, 3/4 of an inch thick. It was huge. Air wonders are different. Yeah, very expensive. Yeah, one for 40,000 baht. I see them here, and the little ones. If you got them and grew them up, and you could sell them, you could probably make a good lick at it. But he's got big ones over there too that are expensive as hell. But the ones he's talking about is a fancy goldfish. Okay. Did you buy them to put in your pond, Kenny? There's one. My wife bought them, and here's the problem. I looked up those fancy goldfish. They were in my front pond, which is only, a meter deep. They're all gone. They're died. My wife asked why. I go, I don't know. I looked at them. They look fine. Right? One in my pond is still alive. When I feed, it comes up, all these big, massive koi. Here comes this little thing wobbling up to the top. You know what I'm talking about. I'm guessing that's the same fancy goldfish with the split back fins, the big fins. Water gets too freaking hot. They won't live in anything above 90 degrees, and koi will, but those fancy goldfish won't. Now in the pond, like Kenny's pond, the water probably doesn't get that hot, or they can go down deep. But in that my front, they didn't have that option. She bought 6, 8, 10 of them or something. So if it's the same type, I looked and trying to figure out what the hell killed them. And I said, I wonder if it's the freaking water temperature. And I looked it up, and whatever I looked back then and Google or whatever, they're saying like 85 tops water temperature, or 90. Anything over 90, they don't do well. So is Kenny taking off? I didn't see it. He's probably already gone. So anyway, I can't find it. If you're gone, if you're still here, take it easy. Have a good one. I bought 2 goldfish for my grow-on to help the koi with neighbor. Young koi were pecking at them, so I moved them to the main ponds. They're super happy. However deep the ponds are, no. Yeah, I would just watch it. She didn't have good luck in that 1 meter deep pond that I have up front. They didn't like that at all. I didn't, but you've got covered. It's covered most of the day, but above it is the opening between my kitchen and my entry porch. And it does get direct sunlight for maybe an hour and a half. If I did put a net over it, to restrict the sun, they probably would have been all right. Yeah, swim bladder problems I heard were big too. But yeah, but the one in my big pond, it's been in there for a year, and it's I don't know, maybe yay long. It looks tiny in the pond because the other fish are large, but it wobbles its way up to try to get something to eat when I put some food in there. There you go. There's the link. Thanks, Jake. Appreciate it. But the guppies, yeah, maybe I will. Maybe I'll a little 15 or 20 gallon, 25 gallon aquarium. They probably sell them over there, but I just get one secondhand. It doesn't need a crap load of filtration or anything, and all the other stuff that probably have it. I'll look on. I'm talking about buying shit instead of on a budget and not spending money. Yeah, no worries, anytime. But you'll get a couple subscribers. Let's see. We are an hour and 15 minutes already. Time flies when you're having fun. Yeah, so I'll do a little recap. I get my freaking truck back today. I'm happier than shit. So go get that. I'm going to do some adjustments on the hitch on that because, like I said, my trailer just ever so slightly down. So I'm going to put a level on it and bring it up. I got an adjustable hitch. I'm bringing up one hole, and I think it'll set perfect. And then I'm going to probably plan a trip out towards Uncle Craig's. I'll wait till after I get the truck back and get everything ready, find out about what I'm going to take the bike over to Ko Chang for just a 3-day deal. I haven't decided. I don't know when they're going. I don't have any idea when I'm going to go towards Craig's, but we'll have to see. Leads slow water movement, air pump, sponge filters, plenty apparently. Okay, I'll have to check. That's all I had back in the day. Those little ones that sat in the corner that had the little air pump stone, the round stone that went in the middle, and it was full of the white filter. And I think it had some of that ammonia pebbles in it and something else, and that was about it. So yeah, you're probably right. And I think the tanks, I think I had 2. Started with a 10 gallon, and then I think I had a 10 and a 15 gallon. And then I was way over. I had way too many of them. Yeah, the little ones, they're cheap. And so I'll look over there and see. And like I said, I'll check out yours deal. So maybe I'll purchase some from him. First, I got to get it here, get something in there. I'll probably get a goldfish, throw a couple of goldfish in there, and let them cycle it, or maybe I'll just cycle it with just ammonia, and get it cycled so when I got them, they got a good chance of living. I could probably do it with just some, like I did here. I've got plenty of media. I could just set one of my ceramic pieces in the tank, and maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll set up a ceramic piece. I don't think I have any bugs. My fish are healthier. They look healthy. Like I said, everybody says that, so don't ever trust anybody. But like with you putting that in that tank, I would be going ape shit right now. I'd be watching my fish like hawks. Yeah, maybe I can do that, and maybe I'll just get a couple of goldfish, and then when I'm done with the goldfish, I don't know what I'll do with them. Well, you know what? I'll take them and I'll put them in that isolation tank for just to keep the filtration going. Maybe I'll buy some bigger ones, put them in there, and watch the tire, let it cycle, and then I'll order them. A new medium, live for 2 weeks, and move into new tanks. Yeah, yeah, I could do that too. I could just set it in the top of one of my filters, just let it go. Yeah, I could do that too. Like I said, as long as your pond's clean, you don't have to worry about it. But like I said, man, I don't know. Even if the fish might have been clean in the past, in my, for years and years and years ago, but whether it was the fish stressing out and getting something or whatever, just the new fish. Every time I did it, I always had a problem. Yeah, I saw you got some ceramic. I got the small ones too. I had small ones, big ones. Don't make a shit. Don't make a difference. I think actually the small ones probably have more surface area than the big ones. Same price I paid. I don't know what you paid. I buy 1,000 baht at a time. There was a whole box of them. I've got a crap load in I took out. I've still got shit that laying around here that I took out when I took one of the tiers. When I put the drum filters on, I took one of the tiers off because it was just too damn high. It's hard for me to get. I got to get a ladder to get up there to service the drum filter. So, I don't think it matters, and don't matter whether they're broken. The way that you stacked them, that's fine. Mine are all just thrown in there willy nilly, and that's supposed to be the way. That's the best, and I think it is because there'll be areas that it'll be real close. So some of the bacteria will be aerobatic. Some will be, so you'll get stuff that'll actually get rid of nitrite, nitrate, and ammonia, supposedly, especially in a shower. So if you have stuff that is not getting a good oxygen supply, it isn't necessarily a bad thing. In mass quantities, yes. In dirty ponds and stuff, yes. But in a clean situation, that will eat some of that. The plants that you're putting in your pond, I wish I had a plant filter, and I might build one someday I'd love to build another pond, but that's a whole nother story. My wife will go apeshit because I'll buy top of the line drum filters and shit for it, for sure. But to put them in, it's almost cheap. Again, it's all relative to how much money you have. But I mean, the block and stuff and the concrete and the labor, 2 guys can build it, and so it costs you 800 baht a day for labor. I know that I could dig and put a pond in probably a month, so maybe 20,000 baht, and the filtration. So I'd have to put the prices together, and like I said, that might be down the road. But veg filters, I think, are great. Like I said, I just make sure you soak that shit in the strongest PP stuff you've ever seen. I'm being facetious. A good strong dose of PP, and make sure you get rid of all the snails and crap that's on them. We'll see. Yeah, that shit, I liked it too, and looking at it, but it's way too expensive. Way too expensive. I got one piece of it somewhere. I know it's here. Where is it? No, it might be out in the garage. One of the small ones I bought just so I wanted to look at it. I don't know. My stuff in here, they say that stuff breaks down and stuff like that. It's been in there 2 years now, and it hasn't broke down yet. So for the price that I paid for it, for how many pieces that I got, I mean, I paid $30 and it fills up my whole two of my. I mean, it didn't. It hasn't broken down yet. It's been 2 years, but I think the mountain tree's way out in left field somewhere. Yeah, 10 baht for 10 pieces for 60 baht. Oh God, let me look real quick here. Let me go to. Do I have up here? Yes. Let me go to my deals. See if I can pull up real quick, because it's cheap if you buy it the way that I bought it. Let's see. Media. Hey, oh, and oh, what? Okay. Shoot. Pond. Let's see if I can. Here's my oyster shells. I paid 358 baht for 358 baht. Oh, okay. I got to go back. That one's gone now. Imagine that for a crap load. I mean, a massive amount. See, I was ready to go for a minute, and then here's some of the old. It's not. Okay, let me try phone filter. Huh. Yeah, it's not gonna. I'm not gonna find it. But anyway, it was that could be right. 10. It was 100 pieces. 100 pieces for 1,900. It was about 1,000 baht delivered. So what did you say you paid? 60 baht. So yeah, for 10 pieces. So 1,000 baht would be, I don't know. You figure it out. Anyway, 100 pieces of both the big and the small. It didn't deficient. It was 100 pieces. So I guess maybe you do get more surface area because they're bigger because still 100 pieces. But it was 1,000 baht. It's a very addictive hobby. Yeah, no shit. And I built all my stuff when I first started. I mean, all the stuff like you've got going, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that filtration. Nothing wrong. I get my oyster shells for free, but the only thing, like I said, check it out, because like I said, some of them, they're all different from where they come and all that, and the breakdown of the calcium and the stuff inside the oyster's shell is what you want. So you want a soft shell, and I know some of them are hard. So I think I told you we talked about this before. Just check and see. You'll be able to tell once mine's like a rock at 7.9. You know, mine just sits right there, right at 7.9 to 8.0. Never moves. If it does, it moves to 8.5, you know, or 8.1. You know, it's stable as hell. But it's been in there for 2 years. So, but yeah, I'm gonna check out your short and take a look at that, and then I'll be in touch. Maybe I'll buy a little. Maybe I'll get the aquarium here in the filter and put some of that filter floss in my in my shower filter and go from there. 30 kilo worth. Cool. Okay. All right. We're up an hour and a half. Thanks everybody for watching. Let me get ready to end this stream. Everybody have a great morning, afternoon, or evening. And yeah, I think that's it. Thanks everybody for watching. Catch you on the next one.